Hi, my name is Joe Murphy. I'm currently studying in my first year at Salford University on the Exercise, Physical Activity and Health programme. This video is part of an assessment within the Practitioner Skill Development module within the course itself. I will be comparing my skills to a job role of a PE teacher with results of my self-analysis test that I've completed within lectures. The reason for me wanting to become a PE teacher is that I've always wanted to do. I like the idea of passing on my knowledge to younger people, and I'm also very practical and like physical activity. I understand as a PE teacher that you need to have a good personality type. As I stated, my personality type is coherent, which means I'm a very good leader, and when tasks are set, I can see the overall outcome and set goals to achieve the outcome. This would help me as a teacher because I would need to be a leader in the classroom, gain respect of the pupils, and also when setting work, I know that I need them to reach the end goal, which is getting good grades. The downside to being choleric is that I can be very bossy at times. This could impact on pupils liking me and working hard for me. Also, being a good leader, I need to have a certain leadership style, and my style suggests that I'm a deliberative leader. This would benefit me as a teacher as I can work well with highly skilled people, making me work hard and well with highly intelligent pupils. The only bad thing is that I struggle to work with people with low intelligence. As a teacher, this means I would only really be suited to work with pupils in higher sets, which is a disadvantage. Being a teacher also requires you to work well in a team, and in a team role test shows that I am a shaper, which means that I can work well with groups and keep them motivated on a task set. This is good as a teacher because I will be able to work well with my team colleagues and also consider myself as a team player in my classes, keeping pupils motivated and make them work well as a team. Being a shaper, I also can get very angry when trying to get people focused on a task ahead. This means if I was a teacher, I may lose my temper and end up shouting at a pupil for not doing his work. Therefore, if I was to lose my temper, I would need to know how to communicate, and being a teacher, good communication skills are required. This would benefit me because my skills that I have are good spoken communication skills. Having this skill as a teacher means that I will know how to speak to different people between the ages of 11 to 18. Meaning I can get the correct message across without confusing or hurting anybody. It also means that I'm confident speaking in front of groups, which will be an everyday occurrence in this job. On the other hand, I could bore pupils if I go on and speak too much. When being a teacher, it can be very stressful, but as a kinesthetic intelligence, I can be calm when being physical and being involved in sport. So the great thing is that I will be involved in sport active through the day, meaning I will not be stressed and can keep the morale high in the classes. On the other hand, I know as a PE teacher you are not also playing and teaching sport. In Key Stage 2 you have to do a lot of theory-based work in classrooms, which means a lot of sitting about. Where my weakness is, when I sit around, I get very bored and short-tempered. This means I could go off track and not pay enough attention to the theory-based work. And my final skill is that I have high emotional intelligence, which means I can manage and control my own emotions, keeping a cool head in the workplace. This will be a benefit when teaching, so I don't bring any home problems into the work and get everybody stressed and demotivated. On the other hand, I find it hard to see other people's emotions, which would not be great when working with 11 to 18-year-olds, because I would need to recognize when someone is not mentally well, and I can sort the problem out. I've just compared all my skills analysis tests to the job role of a PE teacher. I also know that there are many more things to complete in the progression of becoming a teacher. Firstly, I will need to complete my degree at Salford University that I'm currently doing, which is related to sport. After the 3 years at Salford University, I will then have to go on to complete a 1-year PGCE, which is a vital component in becoming a teacher. I will also need to make sure that I do some voluntary work in schools, getting some experience under my belt. Although I have already completed 100 hours at a high school, this is not enough. Also, I will need to have a CRB certificate to show that I can work in the school environment. Thankfully, I already have that. I also know as a PE teacher, it is very beneficial to be able to coach many different sports. Therefore, I will complete at least 5 different level 1 coaching badges in order to boost my chances in becoming a PE teacher. Thanks for listening to my development video in order to become a PE teacher.